Hey, good morning. It's Gary with Soccer Pro. And today I want to talk about pay to play. And pay to play gets such a bad rap. People always blame pay to play for the reason we can't make it into the World Cup. Pay to play is a reason that we have no technical skills. Pay to play is the reason we can't get inner city kids to play soccer. You name the problem, it's all coming down to pay to play in the minds of some people. Now, me personally, I like pay to play. In fact, I charge kids to play. So I'm the beneficiary of pay to play in a way. But the kids that come to soccer labs are also the beneficiaries of pay to play. Because it's really not a matter of whether pay to play exists. It always does. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, what your program is. Pay to play always exists. It's just a matter of who pays. Even when you get down into a rec program, people say, well, yeah, but the coaches are, just dads and they do it for free. Well, that's not really true. They're not doing it for free. They're actually paying for the privilege of coaching for free. So someone is always paying, okay? And, let me back up and clarify that. People say, well, they're not paying cash. And I say, sure, but they have skills, they have talent, their time has value, all right? They go to work, they get paid for that time. They could go to work more. They could get a second job. They could go work at Home Depot. In the most simplest of terms, they can go get a part-time job flipping burgers at Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, and make $15 an hour. So when they're donating an hour or 2 hours or more every day, or maybe 3, 4, 5 hours a week, whatever it might be, well, that's money that they are donating, that they are actually paying to that team, because they could have been paid for that time. So pay to play always exists, whether it's the parents paying it, the taxpayers paying it, the development clubs, academies paying it in hopes of selling that player at a future point in time. Somebody is always paying to play. That's just a fact. So what happens though with soccer labs? In the US, I, again, believe in the pay-to-play system because I know that it's really the key to getting our players to a high level. In the US, we have a wealth advantage over many of these countries. We need to use that wealth advantage. We need to buy our way up. We need to pay our way up. We can't just try to get our kids to play street soccer and, bare feet, because that's not going to happen. So anyhow, look at this picture, okay? In this picture, we have 5 kids. We've got a 6-year-old, a 9-year-old, 2 8-year-olds, and an 11-year-old. And behind, and it's a little hard to see because the numbers overlap, but it's actually 1,029. And the 24 is the misses. Now, the reason it overlaps is because this machine wasn't really made to go to that level. It was made to, for a minute, okay, is typically the score in the triple digits, like 105, 115 at the highest. Or, that level. So what I did was I set the timer to 10 minutes and all 5 kids had to alternate. In other words, each of them went into the ring for 1 minute at a crack. They had to alternate, so that took a little time. And all of them had to get in the triple digit club 2 times, all 5 of them, in order to beat that 1,000 score. That was the goal, to get 1,000 or more. Remember, 6, 8, 8, 9, and 11. All right, and they did it. So all of them got in there, and every single one of them hit triple digits. So what this is demonstrating is a very high level of technical skills because they come to soccer labs, because they pay to play. And I'll tell you one other story to demonstrate this level, because when high school kids come in, your typical high school age kid will come into soccer labs. When they come into the ring for the first time, they're usually in the 50 to 70 range, all right? College level players are usually in the 80 to 90 range. So when these kids at 6 years old, actually he did it at 5 years old, are getting into the triple digit club, they are hitting that ball technically at a level higher than college players. Now, obviously, they are not going to compete with a college player or a high school player or even a junior high school player. Okay, there's more to soccer than just having these abilities to hit targets and pass the ball. But technically, they're extremely good. They're playing with their left foot. They're playing with their right foot. They're doing all the things on a technical basis that they should be doing in order to become great players when they get to the junior high school, the high school, and the college level, and hopefully into the pro level. So these kids are establishing a fantastic technical base because they pay to play. All right, they pay. We get benefit because they're good customers. They get benefit because we're giving them a high value of soccer development. And they're going to take this foundation every single place they go to play. They will keep it forever, and they will build upon it forever. So when we talk about pay to play, I never like to criticize it because I know that someone is always paying. There's no such thing as free. It doesn't exist. Someone is always paying. It only comes down to, are you getting a great value for what people are paying? And if you look at our soccer program in the USA today, the answer is no. All right, we're paying a lot of money, but we're not getting a great value. And I can tell you that when I try to take this type of skills development out onto the pitch, it doesn't work. Okay, I can take the same cones, the same everything out there, but I don't have this controlled environment. I don't have the high-tech equipment. I don't have the fit light. I don't have the ring of fire. I don't have the walls to bang off of. I don't have this repetition. I don't have the Vertimax. I just don't have the gear that I need to do what I do here at Soccer Labs. All right, it's the same thing with Soccer Pro. All right, we can tell kids what to do. We can talk to them. We can demonstrate. We can write on our little whiteboards. We can move the magnets around. But how is that as good as taking a video of their game and then marking it up and then putting the telestration right on the screen? How is that better than telling them what to do, putting your voice embedded into the video so that they can hear what you're saying while they're looking at themselves in the game? It's not possible. So when we talk about video and we talk about using video to coach these kids, oftentimes I'll get the pushback where people will tell me, well, that might work at the pro level, but the kids, they're just little, they don't need it. And I think, okay, well, no, the kids need it more because they don't have that visualization in their head. If you tell a kid to do something, well, they don't really understand it. They don't know what they were supposed to be doing. If you tell them they're turning the wrong way, or they need to open their hips, or they need to receive this way, or they need to drive that way, they don't get it because they don't have that depth of experience. If you tell a pro player, like, hey, you needed to open your hips and turn this way, and you would have, created a scoring opportunity, or you need to run that crossing pattern, whatever it is you're telling them, because they've done it so many times, they are actually better and need video less than the kids. The kids need it more, all right? And I'm talking about the youngest age possible. The more you get these kids into a development process where you are showing them themselves with video aids, the better they're going to be. And all you have to do is think about a video game. I mean, these little kids are figuring out video games every single minute of every single day that you give them one of those little controllers. They won't let it go. They'll just keep playing, right? They just keep going and going and going. So when you take video of their game, one, they like to see themselves. Two, it starts to get clear in their brain what you actually want when you're telling them things. I assure you, when they come off the field and they did something even 30 seconds ago or a minute ago, and you try to tell them, hey, in that situation, you need to do this or that or this or that, they're going to smile, they're going to nod at you, and they're going to pretend like they understand what you're saying. And then they're going to go back out on the field and they're going to do the exact same thing again because they didn't understand what you were really talking about. You need to show them. And they'll probably do it again anyhow, even after you show them, but then you show them again, right? All I'm getting at is video with telestration is going to give you a much better means of communication so these kids understand you. It doesn't work magic. It's a better means of communication than telling them, than explaining things, than drawing things. It's better. So it may not fix every problem, but it gets you there quicker. And if you are a coach and you're telling kids something, well, that's a effective means, but to be more effective, you could show them. All right? So it's just a level of how great are we communicating with these kids. No different than the fact that, let's face it, with all this e-learning, the kids aren't learning as much. And why? Because they're not in that environment with the teacher. So I think that's a great example of you can have an explanation or you can have a video. You can have e-learning or you can have kids in the classroom. Which one is going to work better? They both work. It's just a matter of which one works better. So, two things I want to say here again, just to close this off. Pay to play, everyone's paying. It's just a matter of who is paying for them, whether the parents are paying, taxpayers, or the academies. 2, pay to play is not bad. It's actually good. We should use our wealth advantage to accelerate our program and become competitive in the world. Unfortunately, we are still following the same model as the rest of the world, which is why we continue to lag, because we're already behind. And if you're already behind, you cannot do what everyone else is doing. You have to do something different to accelerate. That's what Soccer Labs does. That's what Soccer Pro does. When we start using this technology, we will start to accelerate our programs and become better and hopefully catch up and surpass the rest of the world and become a better soccer program and actually, represent ourselves well in the World Cup. So if you want to create better teams, if you want smarter teams, if you want to become better as a coach, because breaking these things down for your players will teach you things about your game that you're not seeing in the game, because game eyes are lying eyes. All right, video eyes tell you the truth. Get a free account of Soccer Pro. You sign up. It's 100% free. No credit card required. Start using it. Start breaking down videos for your players. Let them see themselves. I guarantee they will love seeing themselves play. They don't want to see pros play and then you tell them to do it like the pro. They want to see themselves. And when they see themselves, their attention perks up like you won't believe. Okay? Don't think that they can't pay attention to you doing a coaching session with video, because they can. They will love it. They will love seeing themselves, and they will show their parents and they'll show their friends and all these other things. So do the videos. Make them smarter. Make yourself smarter. Make better teams. Let's revolutionize the way that USA catches up to the rest of the world and beats them, hopefully, in our not too distant future. All right, this is Gary with Soccer Pro. Go get your account today. It's 100% free today, 100% free forever. No credit card required. All you have to do is sign up, start using it, bring your players in, tell them to start using it. They'll get player pages. You'll get coaching videos. Parents will love it as well. All right, bye now.